Hi, I'm Beth Dooley. I'm a restaurant critic for Mpls.St.Paul magazine, and here are some of the places I go when I go out. I go out with my 3 kids and my husband. I go out to meet girlfriends for a glass of wine on girls' night out, or sometimes we just meet with friends spontaneously to hang out for a light supper during the week. Here are the top 5 places I go. Let's start with Lucius. Lucius is my favorite cozy neighborhood joint. I always bump into people I meet. Co-workers, friends, babysitters, people that I see on the street. It's terrific. You walk in, you sit down at the bar, you always strike up a conversation, and you get to know someone you might not have otherwise met. The focaccia is terrific. They're wonderful light snacks. There's a long list of eclectic wines and wonderful beers, or sometimes we'll order a light meal off the menu. Lucius is probably the favorite place to go when we want to walk someplace from downtown Minneapolis. Gigis is the place I go when I take myself out for a cup of coffee. It's got terrific dark French roast, and the smile on that sunny barista always makes my day. The tables are wide, they're big, I can spread out with the newspaper and my files and my laptop. Sometimes I'll swing back in later on for some of those saucer-sized cookies or a great big huge fat bar as an after-school treat for my kids, and I'll always end up taking home a big quart of that kick-ass chili to go. Origami is a spare jewel of a place right in the heart of downtown Minneapolis in one of its oldest buildings. It's a lovely space. It's a quintessential sushi bar where the chef actually engages each person as he prepares the sushi to order. He will tell you about why he chose a particular tuna belly. He'll tell you why the wasabi works so well with the halibut roe. He engages you with wit and wisdom as he wields that huge cleaver and carves out some of the best sushi in town. The Monte Carlo is about as clubby as any men's club can be, and when my 3 boys want to go out, the Monte Carlo is usually where we end up going. And that's because it's real old world Minneapolis. You can almost hear those lumber barons and the brewery magnates striking up conversations. You can almost sense that old cigar smoke as they made their deals. The burgers are terrific. They're big, fat, wonderful meatloaf sandwiches. They're terrific steaks. I particularly like the poached salmon and a lot of the salads, but I really love that huge slice of bread pudding that comes at the end of the meal. You know, the Egg and I is probably the first place I went when I took my kids out for breakfast. And I still remember how my 3-year-old son, who's now in college and 20 years old, used to dive his fork into those kamikaze pancakes, all loaded with blueberries and walnuts and bananas, as he does to this day. The servers are sassy. There's eggs all day long, any way you please. And there's enough hubbub and convivial conversation that you end up staying, drinking tons and tons of coffee.